Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to teach you one of my favorite recipes, and one of the most easiest one is green chicken. I basically made this recipe because my toddler loves it. Like one day when I made it just out of the blue, she went crazy behind it. And if you have a toddler at home, you know what I'm talking about. Picky eaters, picky eaters, picky eaters. You really need to get as basic as possible with them, and you want something which is quick, easy. So green chicken is my favorite all-time chicken. It's a family favorite. So I thought I'm going to show you this recipe. It's so easy, and come along. And I know there is this big myth that Indian curries are so difficult to cook and so time consuming. But when I show you this recipe of green chicken, you're going to be like, what? It's so simple. I can actually make it in like 30 to 40 minutes. So come along with me when we prepare this green chicken. And I wish YouTube had this feature where you could taste it because it's going to be so yummy. So I'm taking 1 kg chicken, which I have cut it into bite-sized pieces. I'm going to now marinate this chicken. It's all about marination. Marination is so important to help the chicken cook better. This is 1 kg chicken. I usually eyeball the spices. Check the description if you want to know more about how I do about the spices. So this is oil. If you're not comfortable pouring, I would just suggest is 1 teaspoon of oil. And then I take in some coriander seeds because this chicken is green chicken, and green is mainly the dominant flavor is coriander. So I am putting a lot of coriander powder. This is freshly ground coriander seeds, which I grind in a coffee grinder, and this is what is the consistency. I'm going to put a little bit of chili. So if this was a teaspoon, you would just take 1/4 of the teaspoon, okay? A little bit of turmeric. It's very anti-inflammatory, amazing spice. It's so good for your skin, so good for your digestion. So I really love turmeric, and I'm going to add a little bit more coriander. So if from teaspoon point of view, I would say 3 to 4 teaspoons. Okay. I'm going to now, if you've seen my previous thing, it's very important to make sure that the chicken is massaged. I always wear a glove. So I'm going to massage the chicken. I put oil because you want the spices to attach to each other and get marinated properly. Otherwise, the chicken is going to be very dry, and you want it to be soft and succulent. Yep. Beautiful. You can already smell the coriander in the air. You can smell how beautiful it is. If you want to marinate, you can marinate for 12 hours or for 15 to 30 minutes. Either way, depends on how much time do you have. So marinate it according to your timing. And this is the chicken is marinated, and I'm going to put it in the refrigeration for some time. I think I'm also going to add some lemon to this. So I'm going to take half a lemon, and I'm going to add half a lemon to this, just because lemon is a tenderizer. Pick up the seeds. If you have a lemon squeezer, you can do it better than what I did, but beautiful. So amazing. I am also going to add in some salt because lemon and salt together are great tenderizers. Again, I'm eyeballing this spice of salt because I know how much salt we eat as a family. So if you're putting too much salt here, don't put it in your curry, and always taste your curry for how the salt tastes. I will teach you when I start cooking the curry. But right now I'm just eyeballing it just to give it a little marination, make it tender. Yep. And your chicken is marinated. Amazing. So beautiful. I'll see you when I start cooking. I'm taking a bunch of 2 small corianders for 1 kg chicken. The first thing I do is I wash the coriander, and I always take the help of your partner because it just makes it life easier. So we are washing the coriander, and the water is getting drained from the coriander. So this recipe, like I told you, is really simple. Here is ginger garlic paste. So I've taken, you can either use the store-bought ginger garlic paste or make it yourself. This would just be like 3 to 4 cloves and half a ginger. And this is the ginger garlic paste with a little bit of water. Cumin seeds, again, more coriander powder because it's a coriander chicken. Salt to taste, and the star ingredient. While I cook and get things ready, I'm going to soak the cashew in hot water. So what happens when you soak any nuts in hot water? It actually removes any oxalates or phytates in it, and it becomes easily digestible to your body. It's going to add in some oil. You can add around 1 tablespoon of oil. Take it as per my measurement. I just eyeball it. And I'm not going to put more oil because if you remember, our chicken was already marinated in oil. Till the oil gets heated up, I thought, why not talk about the different vessels that we use for cooking? I personally, what I think is best, and what I recommend to all my clients being a certified nutritionist practitioner, is to always use stainless steel for cooking. If not, you can use ceramic or a cast iron. And actually, cast iron is so good because you get the extra iron that your body needs. But do not use anything which has aluminum and lead in it. You can actually now, Chat GPT is so advanced, Google is so advanced, you can put up the brands into the Chat GPT and they will let you know what heavy metals are involved in these vessels. So I personally only use a stainless steel, which is so beneficial, and it's also like a non-stick. It never sticks. So we have just added avocado oil. And why avocado oil? You know that if you have seen my previous video about roast chicken, is why I prefer avocado oil or ghee or coconut oil for cooking rather than vegetable oil, canola oil, or olive oil. I'm going to take 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds and I'm going to put that into the oil. Yes, we have our paparazzi already with us because it's so important. When you cook, we have paparazzi. All right, so I'm just going to let the cumin seeds crackle and I'm going to make you hear the sound of the crackling. It's amazing. One of the very easiest ways to get your toddler to eat the food that you prepare is actually be around and help in cooking, because when they see the process of cooking, they automatically get involved in cooking and they want to understand cooking and want to eat the food that they have prepared. So here the cumin seeds are crackling. I don't think you can hear it in my phone, but that's what it is. I've taken ginger garlic paste. That is 3 to 4 cloves of garlic and half a ginger, and I've made it into a paste. You can get your store-bought ginger garlic paste, but please note the ingredients behind, because the last thing you want is carrageenan and xanthan gum and all the other fillers that they put into the ginger garlic paste. So I would suggest this. Make your own, but if life gets in the way and it's really busy to make things, just buy it from store-bought, but see to that it's organic and it doesn't have any filler ingredients in it. Okay, so I'm just going to wait till all of this starts cooking. It's so easy. This recipe doesn't involve any onions or tomatoes, and that is the easiest part about this. The reason that I'm using coriander in cooking this chicken is coriander is great for heavy metal detox. All the heavy metals that we have in our body, and sometimes we get these heavy metals through the environment, through different foods that we eat. Coriander is a great detoxer for heavy metals, and using that in food, and especially fresh coriander leaves, is delicious and also so good and efficient for your body. You can also try and add spinach if you want in the food, but I actually prefer coriander. Okay, so I have got this ready. I can, ginger garlic paste and the cumin paste seeds are beautifully amalgamating, and I don't want to burn it. Now I'm going to add in the marinated chicken, the chicken that we marinated. So I kept my chicken overnight. You can either keep it for 20 minutes or 15 minutes, depending on you. I kept it overnight because I had time. Sometimes I just keep it 15 minutes. It depends on the time of the day, on how my work is, how life is, how busy things are. So, yeah. And you want to just cook the chicken. Remember, chicken always oozes out water. So you don't want to add more water to the chicken. You just want it to cook, get really all the spices that you have added already in the marination. You want that to cook. You want that to have a mixture. Like it's just an amalgamation. It's just a beautiful dance of the chicken that is happening. Delicious. So the chicken already is 3/4 cooked. So now I'm going to add the coriander paste that we made. This is fresh coriander paste and it is smelling delicious. That's the reason I wore green, because I'm on brand with the chicken I'm making today. We have fresh coriander paste. I don't like to waste anything. So now you want to massage the entire coriander paste into the chicken. Beautiful. Just look at the color. The coriander, when it starts cooking, it gives out this really raw smell. So you know that it is starting to cook. And when the raw smell turns into this really yummy curry smell, that's when you know that, okay, coriander is cooked. So this is raw yet, so it's still oozing out its water. There is a lot of water in coriander. There's a lot of water in chicken. I am not adding any extra water in this. So easy peasy, isn't it? Almost done with the chicken. Now the chicken is boiling, so it's almost done. And we are going to add the cashew paste. I have washed the cashews and I've added hot water once again. And now I'm going to grind them. That's the consistency of the cashew paste, and it's delicious. And if you do not want to use cashew paste, you can use coconut milk. So this is the consistency of the cashew paste that I spoke to you about. Again, no water is being added to the chicken because the cashew has water, the coriander has water, and chicken itself always oozes out so much water. This is such an easy recipe, and especially if you're working, so beautiful. Like just the color of green and white. It reminds you of a Thai coconut curry, but it's not, you don't have so many spices, so many layers, so many steps. This is a simple toddler approved green chicken. Just look how beautiful it's turning out to be. Like, see this color. Now, I'm not going to disturb this chicken, and I'm actually just going to let it be for another 5 to 7 minutes. Then I'm going to taste the salt and taste if all the spices are okay. And I'm going to add salt to taste all the chicken inside so it cooks evenly. Cover it so it cooks in its own juices. I'm going to let it be for 5 to 7 minutes. I'll see you then.
A few moments later, 2,000 years.
And when it starts boiling this way, you know it's almost cooked. So you can reduce the heat a little bit. So one thing is very important that please go on turning your chicken, go on moving it around because you don't want it to get stuck in one place and burnt. So in that 7 minutes, just come once, give it a swirl and go away. And now again, close it. Okay, and now I'm just going to check the consistency of the chicken. Yes, I'm making green chicken. Isn't it beautiful? The smell? Amazing. Yep. Already we have hungry palates and hungry tummies around me. They're just waiting for this green chicken to get done. New spoon once again. Yep, let's try. Perfect. The salt is perfect. The cashew just needs a little bit more cooking. So I'm going to give it some few more swirls. And the chicken is chicken is totally done. This is totally done. Chicken, look at that, how soft it is. I put it against the vessel and it's just breaking. This is also called chutney chicken in India. Chutney means a mash of anything that you're doing together. And most of our chutneys are made in coriander. But I didn't make a chutney. I actually added everything into a vessel. So this is what it is. But I just call it green chicken. And we love to color green. So we call it green chicken. And it's one of our favorite dishes in our family. You can either eat it with rice, naan, roti, bread, anything you can eat this with, or even just plain. I love it with rice. It tastes so good with just plain basmati rice. All right, I'm just going to give it a few more minutes. I'm actually now closing off the heat because if you have an induction oven, there is a lot of layered heat. So I'm just cooking it. If you have a flame, you would just reduce the heat and just let it cook for another less than 5 minutes and you're done. All right, so I'm going to do the first tasting of it. Okay. Amazing. Okay, I cannot stop at one. The gravy is so good. The consistency of the gravy, just look at that. It's so beautiful. I wish you were here. You could have tasted it. This is for you.